Welcome to Return to Oneness. My name is Eddie, and I help people open their hearts. This is the series, and the truth shall set us free. This video is titled, Divine Selfishness. You may be thinking that you cannot use the words divine and selfish in the same context. And in most instances, that would be true. However, I am not using the term selfish as the world describes selfishness. So what is divine selfishness? I want you to recognize that in A Course of Love, The Way of Mastery, and A Return to Oneness, divine selfishness is talked about. It is given within the Course, within all of the courses. And one of my favorites comes from A Course of Love. So what does it say in A Course of Love about divine selfishness? In A Course of Love, A.24, it is written, being true to yourself, capital S self, is not about reaching an ideal state or a state of identity exactly the same as another. It is also not about being selfless. If you are on a spiritual path, and you believe that there is a state that you are to achieve, recognize and understand you will never find it, because it is out there. It is somewhere in the future, and the future does not exist. The only moment in time that does exist is this moment. Divine selfishness is to turn within. That is why it is called selfish. You turn within. Everything that you need, everything is found within you. The truth and the whole truth is found within you, within your heart. Being on a spiritual path does not mean that you are going to become exactly like everybody else. That is not what this is about. In A Course of Love and in A Return to Oneness, it speaks of being the same but different. And once again, when you recognize the truth that is forever true, there is only God, then the sameness is God. God is the same in me as He is you. But the expression of God is different. Because the only way that God can come to know itself, the only way that we can come to know ourselves, is in relationship. And two things that are identical cannot know themselves because there is nothing different about them. Yes, the ego uses difference to instill fear, to say that differences are bad. Yet once you understand divine selfishness, you no longer see differences as something that is negative or bad. You celebrate them, because it is in our differences and the sharing of our differences that allows us to expand and learn more about ourselves. That is what divine selfishness is all about. It isn't about being the same. It is about being the same, recognizing and celebrating our differences. But the ego teaches to be different is bad. So we are always looking out and judging those that are different than us as somehow being less than, or not good enough, or they may want to take what we think is ours. So the world teaches us to be different, but to be afraid of our differences. The spirit within us says, celebrate the differences. For it is in the differences that you come to experience all of creation. It is through differences that we experience the beauty of creation. For example, I'm sure that you have witnessed beautiful sunsets before. And there have never been two sunsets identically the same. Their sameness is that they are sunsets. The difference is found in the colors, the clouds that may be in the sky, the time of day. But you do not judge the sunsets. You see their beauty. And in divine selfishness, we're being asked to do the same thing. We're being asked to see God within each one of us, but to see the manifestation of God arising differently, and to celebrate the beauty of that difference. And when we celebrate our differences, then we experience love. We experience peace. We experience joy. And most of all, we experience freedom. Freedom from fear. So divine selfishness is not the selfishness that the world teaches. It is nothing more than turning within and recognizing the God within me is the same that is within you. But how it manifests is different. And there is a beauty, an inherent beauty with that. So think about divine selfishness. Think about looking at everything as the same but different. And always remember the truth that is forever true. There is only God. There is only God experiencing itself as me. There is only God experiencing itself as you. There is only God experiencing itself as the trees, as the wind, as the earth. There is only God experiencing itself as all things. And it is through its differences in its expression that it comes to know itself. You are not asking not to be what you are in truth. In other videos, I will get into the difference between personhood and individuation. There is a difference. And when you understand that, you will recognize how profound the statement, "We are the same but different," really is. Thank you for watching this video. Always remember, you are loved, you are loving, you are lovable, you are the very extension of love itself. You are that love.